Um, test, 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 test. Uh, let me share. Oh, let me share the links here. Right now, I'm just sharing the links to the group, and then a couple on Facebook, and then we'll jump right into it. I'm going to not use anything. You know what? Let me get this up. I am live on Facebook from what I can see. Am I? I'm live on Facebook, right? Yes, I am. So there's no reason to go live again. I don't know why it's asking me that. Hopefully it doesn't cancel it. We're good. All right, Facebook. Let me just send this out to wherever it's got to go. Certain groups. You build relationships with certain groups and they let you post live. But once I post all these, I'm just going to share with my group or Tony and mine's group. All right. And if you guys wouldn't mind sharing as well. It's just so much easier to share on your phone. All right, that's beautiful for me. And done. So multiple shares. All right, good morning, everybody. Let me send the course information out. If you want, you can access this group at zero delay because that's going to come, that could be crucial. Uh, you could access this group at zero delay at the following link. I'm going to put that in the comment section. Yeah. So there's no delay on that platform. It might just ask for your name. I don't even think it asks for your email. It's like a simple register just so you'll have a name in the chat room. And that's usually only for, private members. Actually, the group is free now. You can join the group for free. I'll share that link as well. It's Tony's Trades and Investments on Telegram. Um, that's the first one. Manage group should be a share link somewhere. Cancel, close. So this is where Tony will post his picks, and you can literally just trade off that. The live stream is not technically necessary, but he will be copied to clipboard. So I'm gonna share this on Facebook as well. That's the group. Share that over here. Oops. And then this is the top one on YouTube. The top one is the group. The bottom one is the zero delay stream of this broadcast. YouTube, Facebook, you got about a 20-second delay, which could be a big deal. Now I have everything up. Yeah, I don't want any stock picks. So what's going to happen here today is, you know, as a trader, I had my strategy set forth. I had a certain type of strategy. I stuck to it. It was successful sometimes, sometimes it wasn't. When Tony taught me his full strategy, A to B, I was talking about this a little earlier. Did my video just go out? Can't tell if my video went out or not on Facebook. As far as I could tell, it's still live. If I have to come back to that, I will. Live service receive video signal. Are you guys on Facebook getting my thing? Let me send it out. Let me send out Facebook and jump into this course. Copy. And then I'm live streaming. Whoa. I'm using something new called Live Producer on Facebook, so I don't know if Facebook is up. But there's YouTube for you guys on um, Telegram. Let me just check this group real quick. Looks like I'm still live, from what I can tell. All right, beautiful. All right, so we're going to start the class now. Again, this class, this is the pre-course to Tony's trading course. And what you're going to learn, we can hear you or can't? Okay, beautiful, beautiful. All right, so this is the pre-course to Tony Hedges. Those of you who don't know Tony Hedges, he's my mentor. He's a former hedge fund manager. He did that about 11 years. Prior to that, he worked about another 12 years on Wall Street. And when I say on Wall Street, I don't mean Midtown at a financial firm. I mean on Wall Street. So this is his pre-course. The course he offers is a 3-day, a 5-day course. 2 days is school style, and then 3 days is live trading. So I'm going to give you a little incorporation of both. So we're doing this pre-course prior to the market opening. What you'll get out of this pre-course is how to find stocks that are going to rally. You're going to be able to tell when to get in them, at what price, if they're worth getting in, um, and when to get out on a target level and when to get out on if it fails you level. It's super simple. I'm going to use solely free options because I understand not everybody has trade ideas. Not everybody has, fancy AI software. It's not necessary for this type of trading. However, it is strongly beneficial. But actually comes to with this type of trading, you'll know whether or not you're going to make money before the market opens. You'll know. There might be some doubt, but there's almost no doubt. If there's a stock that's worth trading, you'll know. And a lot of I got a couple messages already. People are sending me things that are gapping this morning. Forget all that. Forget all that. Forget everything. We're gonna start from square one, and that is finding a stock. Okay, so first part is finding a stock that's worthy. All right. Now, I want you to understand that when I was taught Tony's strategy, which has changed throughout the years, he many years ago taught me a strategy of his, but it was like a short kind of thing. Um, when I was taught his strategy, I still had my strategy that worked. And I found when I combined them or aspects of them, it was like I had no doubt in my mind when I was picking a stock whether or not it would be a winner. So I'm going to go ahead and put just a few nitbits of my strategy, stocks I like to trade, essentially. And that is low float, less than 40 million is better. I like the stocks to be up 15% or more in pre-market. I like the volume, high volume, high. 40% of the 10% of the float if possible. Now, sometimes it won't always meet these statistics. It'll be a little under, a little shy in one area. But when it does meet all those statistics, and then I use Tony's strategy as well, it's money. It's money. All right. Let's see here. So, volume higher than 10% of floats. I like my what am I forgetting? 10% of the float, less than float. Oh, I do like stocks between 1 cent, actually 90 cents. I love those 90-cent stocks. 90 cents because they usually go to a dollar, and that's 10%. And if they break a dollar, they go to a dollar five, dollar 20. That's a huge gain. 90 cents to $12 is my forte. But recently, I've been expanding with Tony's strategy. I like to go a little higher, even up to 50 sometimes. Um, that's in price. All right. Now, there's one more thing I'm forgetting. Oh, yes, either up on earnings or news catalyst. That is, to me, that'll close the deal. If there's a stock that's up from $2 to $4 in the pre-market on no news, that's a pump and dump. Why would you even touch that? Why would you even bother scalping that? That's like jumping in water with sharks. Stay away from that. Um, all right. So that's it. That's to sum it up, the essentials of my strategy. Now we're gonna go to Tony's strategy. We're going to find a stock, and I'm going to use only free scanners. Uh, okay. All right. When it comes to showing the scanners, that might be a bit of an issue. All right. So let me open a page here, a new window, and let me move my face on YouTube to the side. And, all right. Boom, boom. All right. Market Chameleon is a great one. I have Benzinga Pro already. You could technically get Benzinga Pro for free. It's essentially a scanner, a news blurb. There's a squawk box. It's the same squawk box you can get on Thinkorswim. Which, by the way, guys, I hate Thinkorswim. I hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. I started messing around with Sterling, and it is just incredible the indifference in speed. The disadvantage you have when you're trading on Thinkorswim is incredible. You don't realize until you trade on something like TradeStation or a brokerage that's actually fast. Like when I say buy, it buys. So the closest comparison you have really is Active Trader, which is what we'll likely be using. Um, just Active Trader, you could buy, sell. Um, so we'll get back to that, but this is a scanner you could get for free for 2 weeks. It looks like we have the pre-market scanner. All right, here, biggest gapper today. We have about 5 stocks above 15%. Because remember, I like them above 15%. But scanners aside, right? I want to know what stocks really are advanced. I want to know which ones are going to rip. Because we are about to look at charting that shows you the channels of where to get in, where to get out, and sometimes it takes multiple days for a channel to be filled, months, even years. So your best bet is finding the stocks that are most advanced, most likely to crush it, most movement, most volume. That way, when you see these ranges on these charts that I will pull up very soon, um, you will know it's going to reach that range in that day. So if the range is from $13 to 15.50 and you got it at about 14 right now, you're hoping that it pulls down to 13.50. I'll get into all that because then you have to back check. Just because it pulls down to 13.50, well, where's the pivot point? It sounds complicated, but it's not. So let's go to Market Chameleon. And I actually have another site that I use, but I was just texted that I can't give that one out unless you take the course. Chameleon. So if you take the course, you'll get the one that I'm gonna use. They're pretty much the same thing, but what you want to find on Market Chameleon is hmm, the most advanced stocks. Why does it look different? All right, so here's pre-market. Most active is good. These are ones we want to look at. MDR, gainers. Um, yeah, let's do this. All right, so another one I like to look at. This one is not that good, but it's basically, I don't know. Market Chameleon looks different to me than the last time I used it. Like I said, I normally used Trade Ideas, which is artificial intelligence. So I haven't visited some of these sites in a while. But these are just as contingent. Okay, so in pre-market, this doesn't update until 8:30, this scanner, which is right now. So because you could tell this is yesterday's, but look how accurate yesterday's most advanced were. It pretty much hit the nail on the head was SVRA, even though I think SLGL dumped all day. All right. Okay, boom. That's updated. This is no, no, it's not. Should update right now. Oh, yeah, you know what? SVRA was ripping in the aftermarket. I do remember that. So that may be one of the more advanced stocks. Let's check it out real quick. SVRA. Um, so literally, I'm starting at the top of the list, okay? You start at the top of the list because those are number one. These are the best ones. So that's SVRA. Yeah, had a major rip in the after hours. I remember I was on the phone with Tony watching this happen. But this doesn't look good to me. I don't like this formation. It looks like it popped. Now it's dumping. So we're going to look a little deeper into that one. And okay, I finally got the update. Okay, this is the actual list. It just updated. So number one on the list is F cell. So we're gonna keep SVRA on here, obviously. We're gonna look at F cell next. I do like F cell for the most part, except that now it dropped below the VWAP. But let's go ahead and incorporate Tony's strategy. Let's first see if it meets my strategy. Okay, right? So just gonna tell you by punching it in here. FSCL. Okay. The float on this stock is actually pretty high. Um, the volume, the float, the volume, and by the way, you could find all this stuff out right from your brokerage account, but you can always also go to FinViz to get this information, the particulars. So FCell. Okay, so it tells you here the float, 170 million. It's kind of high. Kind of high on the float end. But is the volume 3% of the float? I don't think this is going to do anything. I think this had a pre-market bump on news, most likely. Uh, yeah, this is news from yesterday. Looks like it's got a news catalyst. Doesn't look like anything major. Fuel cell project. Looks like they got a new contract. This, I don't like too much, but let's look at Tony's strategy. Even though my strategy disagrees with this one, we're going to pull Tony's strategy up right now, and I'm going to show you how you do that. And now this is all free charting software. So one that we use is stockcharts.com. Stockcharts.com. Okay, I'm going to put an F cell. Okay. Then you scroll down to the bottom. Predefined range. I like to look at it at a year's length. You can shorten that if you want, but a year lets me see the 52-week high. Again, part of Tony's trading strategy is he likes to trade stocks above their 52-week high. Instead of buy low, sell high, buy high, sell higher. All right, so now when you get to overlays, or yeah, you could technically don't need the RSI or the MACD, but you can leave it. It doesn't hurt you. On the overlays, let's put pivot points first. Actually, you know what? Let's put price channels. Price channels. So you'll do 3 price channels. Now these price channels can be adjusted to technically whatever. A formula that works is 50. Now guys, this is all mathematics, by the way. 50, 100, and 200, right? We're going to update the chart. Boom. So now we have price channels mixed in. Is this like a new IPO or something? Oh, I did 1 month. All right. There we go. 1 year. There we go. So now you could see the multiple price channels within. This is a beautiful, beautiful tool. Potential that has it that this could go to 240. What did it go to already? 233. It basically went to 240. So if this and then failed, it failed to break out of this channel. It's as simple as that. It's really as simple as that. This is, again, I want to go back to that. This is 100% mathematics. 100% mathematics. If you are watching, you're looking at the volume and the float because that gives you, you know, a relative idea of how much buying is going to go into the stock. And if there's a low float, well, that can pop the stock. If there's a heavy float, there could be tons of buying going on. It doesn't mean it's going to load up the stock. Then you're looking at stock averages. All these channels are moving averages. That 50 is a moving average, that 100 is a moving average, that 220, 200 is a moving average. Sometimes I get rid of the 50 and I go 300. 200, 200. But this 50 looks good. So now I need a confirmation, right? I want to make sure, okay, 250 seems to be the top of the channel. Well, if you have a TradeNet account, then I would short it. Because it's very likely not going to break that channel. But look what happens. If it does break that channel, it has the potential to go up to 460, okay, or 468. Now, let's do some confirmations real quick. We're going to go again to that free website, stockcharts.com, FSell, and the next thing I want to look into, again, predefined range, 0, 1 month, 780, 1 year, sorry, 780. You can keep all that. Simple moving averages, we could leave them. And now we just want pivot points. All right, now we have an even better view of the stock. All right, now apparently the stock is overextended. It's definitely on a bit of an upswing. It is the end of the month as well. You have to keep that in mind. It's been above the R2 for about, today would be 3 days. So these will readjust. You can see these lines here are the previous R1, R2, resistance 1, resistance 2, support 1, support 2, which is not on the chart. If this is something you don't understand, don't worry. This is something you'll learn in the course. But we could see that this stock is already very elevated. In my opinion, if FSell doesn't break 240, it is doomed to just dump pretty much for the rest of the day. But that's a great knowledge, and it's already dumping. Look, you got the head and shoulders right here. This is done. FSell's a waste of time to even look at. We will look at let's look at SVRA. Let's check that one out. SVRA, right? Now there's a bunch of other charts that I haven't shown yet. Um, but essentially, we don't need them at this juncture. Um, Another site we use is bigcharts.com, and we use things. Let's see, SVRA, advanced chart. You can use something along the lines of the moving average envelope. That's great. The moving average envelope is essential, and the time frame that you look at the moving average envelope is just as crucial. That's something that's taught in the course. The moving average envelope is simply when all the moving averages kind of come together and you watch the stock's reaction. But we're not going to use that one. We're going to use just a price channel. We're just going to keep it at price channels. And we can see this is well overextended. The price channel didn't even try to adjust to this one yesterday, and I assume it's well overextended over the pivots. SV, what is it? SVGA? Dang it! I hate when I mess up. Sometimes you have to SVRA. Okay. Tony's putting out some text alerts. He just actually put one out on fuel cell. All right, let's go ahead and we'll start looking at the ones that he's looking at in just a second. SVRA. All right, so SVRA is another one, clearly very overextended. And let's just check it out in the channels real quick. SVRA. It could technically go to 632, um, but this looks like it's going to pull down to this 323 line. Looks like that was a previous channel that now has dropped to 193. This would be a wild horse today. But do know that 623 is a potential exit. So let's mark these off here. See, it already tested that 623 level. Sometimes it goes a little higher. I usually give myself 20 cents on both sides. I give myself 20 cents on both sides of the pivot. I let myself know that it can go, 20 cents below this, 20 cents above this. And I do the same thing with channel lines. I like to give my 20 cents on both sides. So you could see here it went about 20 cents above 6 32. Um, and so it hit the top. It was not able to break. Yes, I do like this one somewhat as a breakout play if it goes above the pre-market highs, because this is telling me, hey man, we got another channel that goes from 6 to 11. Now that might not happen in one day, but I think the news catalyst on this was more pumping up than anything else, if I'm correct. It was like how many times did this halt yesterday? See, that's another thing. When you use those brokerages that use sterling, they let you know ahead of time at what price the stock is going to halt. You know, this looks like it's up on our news catalyst. The daily biotech pulse is involved. Usually they're a pump and dump company. I usually don't get involved whenever I see them on the news rip, but whatever. So far we have fuel cell. If it breaks above 240, I like that play. Create alert. Now, Tony has a play. He said buy fuel cell at 2, which it's at 2 right now. Um, he probably found support through those moving average envelopes. And at 2, plus 2 is a whole round number. You could see the previous support, but this looks a little head and shoulders ish. So I don't know. But we're going to watch those two levels, the support of 2, because you can clearly see it's there. You don't need any special graph to see that. I think that this one's going down, but it could rip. The most important price is 240. You got to get past 240. But hey, $2 to 240 if it does it again is beautiful. Um, Create alert, boom. All right, so yeah, we'll keep an eye on that one. We'll keep an eye on this one if it breaks above the pre-market highs, which is like $1 away. It's sometimes you'll be tempted to go in, but this one looks like it's finding some support. This long line here is the 200-day moving average. So we're going to keep an eye on that. And but this, so it's got some support on this moving average, or it might just be 450 where the support is. All right, let's look at the list again. So far, I'm not in love with anything. I would not put money in anything right now. No, absolutely not. So let's keep looking around. Um, okay, my bad. SLGL is advanced again today. I don't know. I'm skeptic of that. SLGL. Wow, look at Roku dump. Very possible. Very possible this could rip. It doesn't have anything really going on. No volume, no float, but it kind of popped yesterday. Um, what did it pop on? A news catalyst of some sorts. Looks like they raised the price target to 24. And we're now down at 16. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of buying on this one. This one could absolutely potentially rip, but let's look at it. So far, I don't like anything about it. It's got no volume for me. Um, let's see what the float is. I don't know what the float is. I know it's a low float stock. SG, SLGL. It's clearly overextended. All right, so the float is 6 million. Very low float stock. I kind of love the fact that it's at 16. I'm taking an interest to this one. You could see, look, volume starting to pick up here. Okay, let's look at the everything. Let's look at it all. Again, if you're just joining us, this is the pre-course to Tony's full course, which you can contact me if you're interested in joining the full course. You'll probably want to wait until we trade to do that, just to see if this all works. But you can join by sending a text or call to that number. That's direct contact to myself, and you can get the chat room for free. That's in the comments. And yeah, that's what this is. This is the pre-course to Tony's course. So essentially, what have we learned so far? Let's just do a quick recap. We've learned, you know, about channels and pivots. That's all I'm going to get us into right now is channels and pivots. That's it. You know a little bit about what the kind of stock we're looking for. That's a less than 40 million float. It's got to be up 15% or more in the pre-market. These are the preferreds. These are my preferreds. And then Tony's catalyst is finding a stock. 1, 2, finding its range, which is what we're doing. And then step 3 is placing bid. Entry is key. All right. So let's go ahead and continue looking at SG. What is it? SLGL. We know it's got a low float, SLGL. It's picking up some volume right now. Um, hmm. It's extremely extended over all the channels. I mean, this feels like this needs to come back down. However, that's just on a technical level. I don't know exactly what the news catalyst is. Okay, so we do have, looks like at one point around 1650, there was a price channel. This must have had some news catalyst. So I'm changing the parameters back to 50. Very overextended. I mean, we know it's going to be overextended on the pivots. And yeah, no shit. A good buy might be a pullback to 11, but I don't think that that's going to happen. Something tells me that this one is going to just keep dumping. Um, well, the charts are telling me that it's just overextended and it's going to keep dumping. Now, unless this came out with a drug that cures AIDS, I don't know really how strong this catalyst is, but you could see that this is starting to pick up since we've been talking about it in the pre-market. Um, so just because it's overextended doesn't necessarily mean forget it. Price target raised to 24. Okay, so it got a bunch of price targets raised to around 23, 24. Now, what was the catalyst yesterday? That's what I really want to know. Okay, phase 3 results of treatment of acne, whatever that word is. Okay, so whenever you see phase 3, um, merger and acquisition, and there's one other one. There's three. There's three things that are amazing. You know, what's the word? Catapults for stocks. And phase 3 results doesn't say it passed. It says positive data. They got an acne drug. Their price target was raised this morning. So far, this is my favorite. It's a low float stock, only 6 million shares. I love this one. I love this one. I love this one. I love this one. Okay. So, boom. Now we got one we love. What's the next question? Well, where do we get in? That's where the charts come into play. I have so much stuff open, but I don't see it. All right. So now let's find our entry. What would be the ideal entry? Well, 11, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I like 1650 as an entry. None of these charts are going to give us an answer because this one is so overextended. It's such a bad example to use. But I want, yeah, this is going to go up to 20 in the pre-market. I would say, let's see, where did we hit some resistance yesterday? Looks at about 18 right here. You notice we hit resistance at 18. It was trying. It looks like it was up above 18, above 20, and then broke below 18. Tried very hard to break 18. I see a strong resistance there. I would highly advise getting in at 18 and 5 cents, 18 and 6 cents. And a matter of fact, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to put active trader on. We're going to put a bid at um, a stop buy order at 1805. Look at it ripping as we speak. I really want to see it break 18. That's the key to me. I don't think it'll do it in the pre-market. If it does, jump in. All hands on deck at 18. 1805. 1805. All right, it's at 1790. This is that resistance it hit yesterday. I would like to see it hit some resistance again at this point, just to confirm to me that, hey, yes, this is the resistance, 18. All right, beautiful. It's giving me all the telltale signs of yes, get in, get at me. But other than that, when it comes to charting, like we said, it's so overextended above everything that um it's like really a wild horse. Once it gets up there, you're gonna just have to look at previous supports and resistance from yesterday to determine our exits. Okay, see why it's beautiful to wait. This one might not break, but we know that there's a strong support. Now the question comes: should you buy this on a pullback? It looks like it's getting ready to rip. It's a risk that I don't like to take because listen, you got so much room on this one. If it breaks 18, it's going to 20. So 21, 22 maybe even. Yesterday was a crappy day for this stock, following that pump on good news. And now you have the analysts giving all the upgrades. That's my entry over 18. I'm not taking a bid play on this one. Solely a breakout play. 1806 just to I go 1806 instead of 1805 because sometimes you get people, stop hunters and buy hunters that try to just take your money and then suck it down. All right, so I got the order there, and but this needs to cancel replace order. This needs to be it is a stop order. Okay, good. At 1806, good. Uh, that's not going to fill in the pre-market, but I do want to take this one myself. Um, I do want to take this one myself. I only have the sim up today, but I really like the looks of that one. That one looks like it can move multiple points. So I'm actually going to take that if that goes over 18. IRL in real life. Lately, what's been interesting is these real estate pools. You can buy a house with a group of people, everybody's name on the title. You get one person with good credit to get the loan. But that's a story for another day. So SGLL, I like that one very much. And I know we've only looked at two stocks so far. Okay, so we broke 18. We broke 18. I don't like getting in on the pre-market, but I'm gonna go ahead and say go ahead and get in on the pre-market. Uh, yes. Okay. Just go down 10 cents. 10 cents, 10 cents, 10 cents. All right, I'm in this one at 18, 18.10. And I'm going to take my eyes off it. Now, I know it's overextended, so any sort of downshift, I'm expecting a pullback here where I may average down. Um, but my stop on this, it's really got to be below 17. You got to risk a point. But the potential gain on this one is all the way to 20, 2 points. So I'm risking a point for two. I'm not going to risk anything. I could tell by the looks of the stock whether or not um, it's going to go or blow. And this one looks like it hit 18. It's stalling. All right, and now we're taking off. Now we're taking off. What? Good. Let that run. I suggest, again, I suggested you took that trade. Um, this one, target on this one, first target has to be, let's look at the charts. Well, the charts over there ain't telling us nothing because it's overextended. So we'll look at the other charts. Now, I know this is like a lot of information. Now you got pivots, you got channels, and now we're going to big charts and we're looking on moving average envelopes. And it's like, it can seem like a lot, but it essentially, that's what the course is for. When you take the course, all details can be asked, questions can be asked, your voice, you have your microphone on so you can talk. There's never, groups are usually one person to eight people, never more, never less. And yeah, these charts ain't saying nothing. Uh-huh. All right, beautiful. So we're in SLGL. Figured it was gonna do this. Um, what can happen is out the gate it can dump. And that's what I think might happen. There might be a little sell-off at the gate, and we'll worry about that when we get there. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Um, mm, let's see. All right, so let's look at the next stock on the scanner. FCell is still at the top. You got the $2 entry that Tony gave. If this one rallies, you'll kill it today. SLGL's second, and ZYNE has made it on the list, but ZYNE pops up a lot. I'm not a big fan of it. Big pump and dump stops. BLDP can actually move. So you got a lot of good stocks on this scanner here. Um, I think that this one SLGL is going to be beautiful. Fuel cell, I'm on the fence about. Like I said, it's in between a range of $2 and 2.40. So yes, $2 is a good buy, absolutely. But if it goes to 199, I'm out. That's it. Like even 211 is a good buy for this one, as long as you know you got to get out at 199. Um, OBZ. AQST is on the list. I like that. AQST. Not really doing much. ZYNE. ZYNE. All right. So ZYNE has made it on the list in the third spot. And I just don't like it. I don't like the look of it. It's got no activity. BLDP is usually good. BLDP. I think you might see a residual rally from this one today. Strictly pump and dumped. Remember, it's got to go above the pre-market high on this one before entry. BLDP. When did this happen? 7 a.m. and then nothing since. Hmm. What was it at? 6, 7. Here goes fuel cell. Fuel cell. Yeah, very good. It showed tremendous support at this $2 level. But I don't know if it could break 240. See, but that's the beautiful thing. If it breaks 233, the next level it has to test is 240. I'm not 100% convinced on FCell, but I'm starting to take a liking towards it. Um, yeah, I'm definitely starting to take a liking towards it. Let's see what Tony offered up this morning. Let's see. I thought he gave a. He didn't give nothing out. And if you want to access his group, you want to get in this chat group for free, you can. The link is in the comments section. Give me a second. Okay, so he texted me. He likes SLGL. He likes fuel cell 2 to 5. He thinks it can go to. I have to concur. If it breaks this 240, the next range is at that $5 level, right? So 2 to 5. SLGL 1550 bid play. Yeah. See, it seems stuck at 18, but once it breaks 18, it's gonna freaking soar. That would be my average down point on this one, and I always average down heavier. So if I went in 500 shares here, my average down would have to be 1,000. So, and I like pullbacks because they give you a chance to buy options. That's another strategy I learned, you know, from Marvin, who was my other mentor, and he likes XBit too. Remember him talking about that yesterday. I've never per se. I do agree with him on fuel cell and SLGL. So that's just like a double confirmation. If we both come to a similar conclusion, but he likes XBit, I don't. I don't like that stock in general. I feel like it's always. I want to keep this one open. Let me just open a new. Or you know what? I'm in SLGL, so I know I'll go back to that. XBit. Oh, okay. I see what he's saying. I see what he's saying. We'll keep an eye, but I'm not in love. So let's see why he loves XBit. Let's go ahead and look at it on the charts, and you'll essentially see what he sees, right? So XBit is currently sitting at 2054. Let's take a look at the float real quick. All right, oof. It's at a 52-week high. Came down a little bit of a bear flagish, bullish. It's a very weird chart. It's a very bullish, bearish kind of formation. You have the upside down bear flag, but it's up on a gap. It might want to close that gap. I mean, that's what they say about gaps. But who knows? I've seen this happen and go up before. But the only thing consistent in the market is change. So maybe this will go down. The float, anyway, what we came to see is 24 million. So it's low float. It's got no volume this morning. It looks dead. Um, let's look at the charts. Let's look at the charts. All right. So in terms of channels, the channels have readjusted. That's very good. This could go to 22.95. That's the top 52-week high. If it breaks that, it just breaks out of the range and could go to the moon. But definitely could go back to 22.95. I see that. But let's take a look at where it is on the pivot scale. Okay. It's right at that R2, right above it. A pullback to 1748 would be a great buy, as long as it doesn't break through. You'd have always wait for the confirmation. So, like if I were to say I want this at 1748 because that's the R2 pivot point and it's likely going to pivot, well you have to wait for the pivot before you buy it. You don't just jump in. All right, so always wait for the confirmation. That's just the key of what I'm talking about there. And on any trade idea. Let's see. Oh, fuel cell's looking really, really good. I'm about to turn my attention to fuel cell. It's low float. A lot of people are watching it. Um, so XBit, I don't love it. I don't love it at all. I'd rather keep SLGL here, and I'll put XBit. That's quite the fall. That's a point where you would average down at. Is actually 17. I'm gonna do that, and I'll just put a bid. If it goes to 17, I'll buy it. 1705. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. All right, let's go. Let's go. Back to it. Yeah, here goes fuel cell. Fuel cell. Yeah, this is an absolute buy if it breaks the pre-market highs. What do we got? How long until the open? This is very, 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 very good. Uh, this can go. Let me put on CNBC. You shouldn't be able to hear it. Yeah, this looks very, very good. I wouldn't buy it on this spike. If you didn't get it at $2 or 210 or 215, then wait for the breakout. That's it. I would not buy it at this point. But fuel cell so far is becoming my favorite of the day, along with SLGL, my second favorite. I would put a bid here as well. I would put two buys on this active trader. I like this 1623 level, and I'll tell you why. That's the spike of this first candle, 16. I don't see it going below 16, 1637. That's a good, yeah, just in case. 1637, 5,000 there. When you average down, you always buy double. I always buy double. That's the thing that Tony taught me. First of all, my original, when I used to teach, I used to say no averaging down because Jesse Livermore, who you could say was my like icon, whatever, idol, mentor, whatever. Jesse Livermore always said never average down, so I was always very skeptical of averaging down. And then later on, I realized it had its benefit. Sometimes stocks dump, they're going to pivot up a little bit, and you could still make money. Um, problem is with this system, you have to have tons of capital sometimes. Because I have to average down a third time, if this goes through 16 and I have to average down at like 15, then I have to buy what, 3,000 shares, 2,000 shares, really 3,000. It's double whatever you have, so it would be 3,000 at that level. You want to make sure you really bring that price down. All right. So far, I don't see anything else worth trading right now. I'm gonna take a quick look at the Benzinga scanner. We're trying to do everything on a free basis today. Where is the Benzinga scanner? You can get this free for 2 weeks if you want. I just paid for the pro. It's really worth it. Um, it's really worth it to just pay for it. All right, so we have yet to look at these two NVCN, INPX. I want to take a look at everything above 15%. NEO still up, huh? See, we're back right up to 19. It's going to struggle at this 19, and it's either going to rip or drop at the gate. I think market is up this morning. No, market is down hard this morning. So it's dangerous being long anything when the market is down, especially something like fuel cell. It might not have the oomph it needs to get through. But looking at the Benzinga scanner, biggest gapper is NVNC. Let's take a look at that. NVCN. Wow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, so first thing you notice, obviously, is this is an active as hell chart. I immediately see a little sort of upside down cup and handle starting to form. But why is this gapping up? So again, let's go back to the formula. We want float less than 40 million, 15% or higher in the pre-market. Check. Volume, 10% of the float. Don't know yet. Between 90 cents and $12. Yes. Up on earnings or news catalyst. Let's check out the news catalyst. It's got to be some kind of catalyst. FDA. Okay. Submits pre-market approval application for MDA for Nevasco reducer. What's a pre-market approval application? Pre-market approval. So pre-market approval means they can sell it. Huh. Interesting. It's usually it's not something I understand. Pre-market approval. Maybe it sounds like what it is. What it is. They're going to market sooner than they're actually approved. Then wouldn't that be them getting approved? I don't know. Sounds confusing. Stock is ripping. This is a $3 stock. Already hit 11. Let's punch it in here. All right, I could tell you now this is a low flow stock because high float stocks don't move like this. And I could tell you now it's got more than 10% of the float. And that's just by me looking at it quickly. So let's look at Benzinga real quick. Back to Benzinga Pro. All right, the volume on this is 1 million. 1 million shares. That's not a lot. That is not a lot. Uh, just keep that in mind. That is not a lot. So next thing let's look at is the float. NVNC. Can I get it? Damn it. I can't. NVCN. 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 Okay. So we got a float. Okay, this is beautiful. 52-week high is I actually am starting to like this one. The 52-week high is around 850, 825. We broke that. We broke the 52-week high, and we're currently sitting at it right now. The float on this one is 6 million. So we got 1 million shares traded, a 6 million share float. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Everything checks out. We got a float less than 40 million by far. It's only 6 million. 15% or more in the pre-market. This is up 100%. Volume high 10% of the float. Yeah, this is like 80% of the float right now. No, sorry, like 20% of the float right now. Up on news or earnings catalyst. Yes, 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 yes. Now, the only thing I don't like is that it's not showing up on Market Chameleon's advanced list. It's not showing up on the NASDAQ advanced list. It's not showing up on any of the advanced lists, which has me a little worried. But that's okay. Let's look into the technicals now. Technicals are most important. NVNC, right? NVCN. I swear to God, I'm not dyslexic, but I mix up tickers all the time. All right. So it blew past everything. It's currently sitting at this channel, 845, right? Where is it at? 820. Okay, blew below that channel. But remember what I said earlier, that these channels have a 20 cents range on them. So it's really sitting at the top of this channel. This is about to make a cup and handle right here. I really see potential in this stock. I really like it. It's at the top of the channels. Let's add a 300 moving day just to get. Let's see if we can find the bottom of the next channel, because right now we see the. Okay, look at this. Now this is beautiful. I punched the 300-day moving average because remember this stock had hit a high of 8 something and we revealed some hidden channels. You don't see them here, you see them here. So this stock could technically go from 845 to 13. Now, if it pulls back, it may pull all the way back to 538. Now, in theory, this all sounds great. But I need to double check myself. So that's where I usually go to the pivots, right? NVCN. All right. Pivots extraordinarily low. This stock is extremely overextended above the pivots, but it is no stranger to this range up here. I see much potential for this NVNC. Let's look. NVCN, rather. NVCN. Okay. Yeah, it's well above that. We know that. Let's look at the price channel here. All right. Yeah, it's all right. So the only thing real that like I don't have the pivot confirmation on this one. I don't have an MA envelope confirmation. I don't have a second price channel confirmation. The only thing I have is this single confirmation here. Okay, stock meets all my parameters. Technically, this is a cup and handle. It's managed to stay above the VWAP for most of the pre-market. The volume is just getting heavier and heavier. This one I see taking off. I really see this one taking off. All factors combined. I'm combining everything. I want to look real quick. Now, we know it could go to 11. It could technically go to 13. This range, and I want to punch this range in real quick. It's 845 to 13. So let me get a draw. Where's draw? Drawing tools. You know what? Before I do that, no, it's good. Drawing tools. There we go. 845. All right, so it's not in that 845 channel. So it's in the channel below it. So that gives us another potential entry. So now that it's dropping, well, like we said, 538. That's a good place to put a bid on this one. It seems to have some support at 654, so I don't know that it'll go to 538. It may. This is a wild horse. I feel very stable with SLGL. I am fairly certain it's going to pop out the market. Um, if you had to ask me what my top pick is so far, at 9:21, 9 minutes till the open, it's SLGL over 1806. Um, This we're going to keep an eye on. F-Cell we're going to keep an eye on. F-Cell, I like my entry on this would be over 240 because or at 2, but my stop loss would be very tight on that. I would not take more than 5 cents of a loss on this one. It's either going to go to 2 and pivot or it's not. F-Cell likely to break out above the pre-market highs. So these are my two favorite, and these are both breakout trades. As of now, they were pullback plays. Now they're breakout. Well, at least F-Cell was. So that's it. We're gonna wait for the market to open. I am actually in SLGL. I am not actually in F-Cell. This is a simulator. I will, however, jump into F-Cell if it breaks that 240 level or really the pre-market highs. But it could break the pre-market highs and then fail at the 240. So I mean, I know I'm risking 7 cents there. Odds are, if it breaks the pre-market highs, it's gonna shoot. But um, I just don't want to buy it unless I know it's in that channel. All right. Remember we looked up the channels earlier. All right, 50 update. So we looked up F-Cell. And yeah, unless it gets in that channel, I don't want to touch it because this channel is so wide. It could go all the way down from 2 to freaking 90 cents that I'm not playing unless it's where I want it to be, even if that means I have to pay a little more, and that's okay. Let's take another quick look at the scanner. BLDP keeps popping up, but I'm not getting rid of this. BLDP. ASLN, now that's a mover and a shaker right there. Gonna want to keep an eye on ASLN. I really think Fuel Cell is the best one, followed by um, SLGL, followed by there's some potential here. I didn't put in the ranges on that one. Why not? We know that there is a range at 845. That's the range. Damn, this is hard to do. Right? And this range goes all the way up to 13. So that is the range. If the stock right now, it's kind of floating below that range, but if it shoots above 845, I'm in. And I think everything was made pretty clear. I'm going to browse through your comments real quick. First YouTube, then Facebook, then I know I've been not looking at that. SGL. If you have any questions, please put them now. What the hell is the name of that stuff? All right. I think my mouse battery is dying. That's why you're seeing like I don't know why it's asking me to go live. I thought I was live on Facebook. I'm pretty sure I am, but I don't want to close those out. Okay. All right. All right. Let's see. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Last week, fuel cell energy. I'm watching from Australia. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Who's Tony? Who's Bob? Tony is my mentor. This is technically his group kind of thing. It's not his group. It's my group, but he has a chat room within my group. You understand? So I'm just teaching his method. Um, yeah, fuel cell looks really good. Me and Tony both agree on it. You have a beautiful cup and handle on fuel cell right here. Cup, handle. All right, guys. It's going to be a good day today. Absolutely going to be a good day. Not interesting at all. Sounds like Timothy Skykes before he was famous. Well, thank you, Michael Williams. Yeah. Too many websites. It's two websites. Your scanner and your charts. How else are you supposed to do technical analysis? You people will look for anything. Keep it coming. My old timers know I can handle any throwdown. All right, we got 2 minutes. Fuel cell, fave, along with SGSL. Huge potential here on NVCN. And SVRA, I got up. I got, a gut feeling. It's really holding support there on that 200-day moving average. Look at it. Look how it holds this support. So it's either going to pivot or break. So the fact that I can so clearly see its support, I don't want to throw that in the trash, especially on something that can move 2 points in 2 minutes. And I am going to do a private class on real estate, how you can get involved in real estate, even if you don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you got, let's say, 10 grand you can float, you can get involved in real estate. You can have your name on the title of the house. Um, all right, here we go, guys. Market's about to open. If you're on the live link on Easy Webinar, you're in good hands. Facebook, YouTube, there's a little delay. I shared the link in the comments, and here we go. See, this is so slow, Thinkorswim. I'm getting out of Thinkorswim. It's great for new people trying to learn, but okay, so here goes extend drawing. Okay, 845 is actually, I want to get above this hump. That's 880. Okay, we're at 18 on fuel cell. I mean on SLGL. Okay, fuel cell's dumping. So no harm, no foul. Now, again, if you want to pick it up at $2, if you want to pick it up at $2, that is a trade, but keep your stop extraordinarily tight. I'm going to put a buy here at this price. I'll take it at 209. I'll take it here. Wow, everything's so slow. Okay. I'm in F cell at 209, and I'm going to put my stop right below it at 190. 199 might get stopped out on just a bump move. 196, I'll put a stop. Okay, we're at $2. I'm adding more. $2 is the support, so it doesn't hurt to add more. Okay, I notice NVNC is at the 200-day moving average as well, and it's hitting a support. This might be a good entry here on NVNC. Nothing I'm in 100% in love with right now. Absolutely not. No problem. All right, we just had an alert go off. Fuel cell is below 201. All right, I might be getting stopped out on that, but if it breaks two, it's dead to me. I don't care. All right, so here's the pullback on SG. Not worth buying. Only over 18. Only over 18 on SGLGL. SLGL. All right, I got stopped out on fuel cell. Let me see if that was just a bunch of stop hunters. Probably going to go right back into two. I'm going to do a stop order on this one. Stop buy order. If this goes over 210, I'll jump in it. Oh, you know what? No, screw all that. We know where the next range is. It's at 240, but I don't want to miss all this real estate. So I'll take it if it jumps above 215. See, this is a hard way to trade. Once you start using like Sterling and better platforms, it's ooh, hide uh, trade. Like active trader. Yeah, that's a little better, and you really want it on the whole screen kind of, but it takes up so much space, and I don't even have my level two here. Um, yeah, looks like this one's gonna go back up. Those were all stop hunters right there. So that's why I hopped right back in. Yeah, I'm getting in this one pretty heavy right now. Look at this block on 15. Ah, okay, there we go. Yep, I'm just gonna keep getting in. Buy the bid, buy the bid, buy the bid, buy the bid, buy the bid. Okay, I'll buy the bid again. 240 is that big level we really wanted to go to. Well, 233 actually, but I'll make it 240, and I'm gonna buy a big lot if it goes above that level. How do I change the number here? Big lot of 1,000. Buy. Oh, you gotta make sure you don't have auto send on. Big lot of 1,000 over 41. I accidentally bought way too many shares of this. What I meant to do was a stop order. Luckily, this is just a simulator. But my main goal is either 240 is going to be my exit or 240 I'm going to get back in extra heavy. Okay, so I got my stop buy order there. Letting fuel cell run. Okay. SLGL, I still have faith in that one. This is going to come through and break 18. I'm actually invested in SLGL. I am not actually invested in fuel cell. I need to turn up the speed on here, man. It just feels so sluggish. All right, see how it's unable to break this 200-day moving average and it looks like it's starting to pivot up? It very well may be starting to pivot up. I'm going to take a look at, let's take a look at if anything popped up new on the scanner. FCell. No, everything, these are still very good stocks. FCell and SGSL. Here's the pivot right here. This must be a 5 minute. Let's look up SVRA real quick and see if there's a pivot level around 430. SVRA, SVRA. All right, market's rallying right now. Okay, this is interesting. I don't understand why it got reset, but again, I'm putting in the moving averages. This is all mathematic. Everything is mathematical to the point where you are figuring out float versus volume and volatility as well. And then, why is it doing this? Every time I hit update, price channel, price channel. Did I forget to do that? Price channels. Okay, so here's SVRA. It's in between a channel of 294 and wow, 632. It could literally do anything. So that's not helping that chart because that's a wide range. Honestly, it should have been bought when it was down around here at 294. Um, no, SVRA. Dude, I hate when they do that. All right, so 191. So yeah, this is extended. Not much guidance on this one. It looks good, but it's below the view app. I don't know. I'm not touching this one. I'm not touching that one. Fuel cell doesn't look too good right now. The only one that looks good to me is this one right here, SLGL. Let's take a look at the scanners. Now, here they're talking about how the market's going up. If you want to make a quick buck right now when the market's going up, I can show you how to do that. That's easy. But let's just stick to Tony's strategy right now. There we go. Here goes SLGL 1790. Got to break 18. Come on. All right, so the market is going. Let's go ahead and look up. Let me see the SPY. All right. Looks peakish and pullish. It's very likely when stocks like when SPY is going up, always take a look at the fangs, Apple, Amazon, because they're likely rallying as well, and especially Amazon. I mean, when it rallies, it rallies. Let's see, it went from its low of 31 to 47, whatever, 45. That's 31, 47. It's almost like 17, 18 points. Could have made right there at the open on that little pop if you just bought some options on that. But that's not the kind of trading we're doing today, and I'm getting sidetracked. So let's keep it focused. SGSL, sometimes we wait. This is, by definition, an ascending triangle. You got the bottom level here, and it's hitting resistance here. It's consolidating. It will break out for sure. Can we just watch the level 2? This is one of those stocks where I feel positive that yeah, it's probably extend to the right. 90% going to break over 18, but how far is it going to go? Did we identify that? I don't know. So let's say boom, it's going to break above 18. I'll be in it. How far is it going to go? Well, let's go back to the charts. Look at this pullback. Almost broke through. Crap. SLGL. Come on, SLGL. All right. So not much guidance on that. It's well above the pivot points. And okay. All right, 21 is the top of the channel. I know the issue here is that I should change this from this to this. Give us a better view. So all the channels shot up and have changed, altered. The channel range is now 1356 to 21. We're dead in the middle of the channel. Uh, this is an advanced stock on the NASDAQ, on Market Chameleon. It should rip. It's hitting the strong resistance at 18. Once it's sold out, not much. All right, we're at 18, but not above. We got to get to 1807. That's going to be the first hit once it breaks. And this could go as far as 21. So that essentially is my target, is 21. But let's play it by ear. So 21 is my target. All right, so I'm in on something. I just heard that bling sound. Oh, SGLO. Here goes NVNC. It's NVCN, sorry. It looks like it broke into the channel for a minute and fell out. This could be a big move. It broke into the channel. Now, more importantly, I wanted to break over this pre-market hump over here, this previous resistance. So that is at like 878. It broke into the channel. You could consider taking a buy at 878. And you're looking at 9. It's done it. You might as well get it at 8 now. I mean, this stock is just such a gamble. But it did go into the channel for a minute. But remember I said it's important to remember that when we look at these charts, there is a 40-cent range within the range. So this line here, what's the price on that? 13.58. Really, you can consider it at 20 cents above or 20 cents below. So in this example, it looks like it went into the range, which was 845, but it's just you got that 20% room for spillage, room for error. You understand what I'm saying? Does that make sense? But now look at here we go. We already hit 19 on this one. Okay, 19. Damn, did we hit 19? All right, so let's keep our focus on this now. 1850. I would take a buy at 1850 and add if I can get it. We're already up 1 point on that. That was my favorite of the day and the only one I actually got in. I love this one. I love it. So I'm gonna take a partial. SG at 19. No, actually, it looks like it's gonna break 19. Remember, this can go to 21. I just don't know if it can do it today. A lot of asking at in the third. Yeah. No, we went right past. We can get 2 points on this. We might be able to get 2 points. Let me not be greedy here, though. All right. Active trader. No, active trader. Let me know what I got. Oof, my God. Maron, they say. All right, I got 500 shares. I want to take a little partial now. I want it at like 1917. Oh, filled. Very good. Oh no, I hit the ask. I bought. All right, it's ripping right now. Oof, and pulling back. Okay, 1939 is a great sell level. Oh my God, Maron taking a partial. Not all my shares, just a partial. No, 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 no. Oh my God, I'm trying to do two computers at once. I'm taking my partial right here. I only have 200 shares left. Oh my God, what's going on? I'm having internet issues now. Ugh. All right. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna have to sign out, sign back in on that one. Come on. All right. So you see my top pick. I really liked it. I actually bought it, called it over 18, made 2 points. That's about 10%. Well, a point and a half so far. But this can go all the way to 21. So I suggest taking a partial now. Come on, man. I suggest taking a partial, try to get something in the high 19s, you know? And by partial, when I say partial, I don't mean 10 shares out of 100. I mean three-quarters of your load. So if you bought 400 shares, sell 300. Would have been good to do that right there. I'm hoping it goes back up there, because I'm still in this, all because of a freaking computer glitch. All right, come on, keep going. Let's look at FCell, how that's doing. FCell, I don't think has the power to boost out of that range into that 240 level. I know I got in this and then out of this. I'm currently up a lot. I mean, not a lot. This is an ascending wedge. I'm going to take a little bit of a partial here, 1500, because I have that big buy order at the top. So I'm actually going to go ahead and sell most of them here. Still have 500 shares in, but I have another buy order up at 240 if it goes into that channel. We're already up 33%. If it goes to 240, we would be up like 66%. Is Fuel Cell 100% stock today? That's the question. I promised you a 20% or better, so I gave you that with SLGL, and but Tony really likes Fuel Cell. So I have faith in Fuel Cell. I think it will continue to rally, but um, I really like that 240 level the best. But you see what happened at the bottom? See, normally I don't put a stop loss at $1.99 because I know stop hunters come down and they scoop up those shares. So, and I did it anyway. Like, why? Why? You know? took a small loss on that, but made it right back because I realized what was going on. How do you realize what's going on? Experience. That's it. Experience. I've traded with these kinds of stocks so long that I can recognize patterns and I can say, okay, that's not an actual drop. These are stop hunters. They're getting everybody stopped. Everybody had their stop at 199, of course, or 195. So they scooped up all those shares. Don't forget, there's only 6 million shares of Fuel Cell, I think. This one. I don't remember. I could have that float wrong. But it is a low float stock. Companies want to buy huge chunks, a lot, especially down at 201 or 199, wherever you have your stop at. All right, good. SLGL is going back up. I need it to go back. 21 is the end target, but there's wiggle room there. Like if you're happy now, if you made $1.32 and you have 10,000 shares, made $13,000. You know, what's this? That wouldn't even. Yeah. Well, yeah. Ooh. See, I was a little worried about this, but I want you to see something here. You see how it's kind of there's a little bit of support. No, that support is gone. All right. So active trader, what do you do at this point? Stock just dumped on you, pumped and dumped. Never let a candle like that scare you out, first of all. So never be like, oh my God, and then don't ever do that. It always rolls up a little bit, but it did take quite the fall. Um, Below 18 too. Let's see if we can get back above 18. But other than that, might be time to take profit. You can take profit now, and you can always put another order in at 18. But let's see if it can go back above 18. Damn, man. This thing had me holding that forever. Oh, what happened? It went up to 1860. The real estate webinar, I'll make the real estate webinar. I'll make it. If you want to come join our group, um, this is the free one. That's the free one. Did anybody get in SLGL with me? And did you take your partial when I said to take your partial? That was a great call. That really was a great freaking call. Damn, I still have a ton of buying power left. Um, I use cash, not margin. That's why I never. But I'm about to get out of TD Ameritrade altogether. You have the worst disadvantage in TD Ameritrade. Look at this. It pulled all the way back down, and it's still following that access line when it was in that triangle. So extend to the right. When it was in that ascending triangle and then busted, it broke that line and now is back in the reverse side of that triangle. So that is good. That is okay. That is normal. But I would like to see it go above this line. It would just show me that there's a little more. stableness, or maybe the stock just needed a correction. I don't know. Either way, um, my stop buy price was 18.50 too. That's I should have used a stop limit then, but either way, I made money on the trade, so who cares? Um, okay, fuel cell hit new highs. See, this is exactly what I talked about. Exactly what I talked about. It broke the three market highs of 233. So you know how many people had orders there right above the pre-market high? And I said, well, idealistically, you want to put your order above the pre-market high. That is key. But because and only because we had the charts that showed us the channels, because we had the chart that showed us the channels, we knew that 235 was not a solid price. We knew that that channel did not start until 240. Um, hmm. Well, it was 240 in the morning. Where did I get 240 from? Why is it not showing up here? Yeah. This on the 200 day was actually 240 in the morning. We'll be able to rewind and see that. Um, but as the market opens, sometimes these numbers change. I just was a little surprised because usually they don't change so quickly. So the channel has now shifted a little bit because this is a moving channel. You see how sometimes the channel is stable and steady? This is a moving channel. So the bottom of the channel is now 234. So 234 is the bottom of the channel. But in the pre-market, it told us the bottom of the channel was 240, and that's why we put our order at 241, all that, because we know. So now we'll see if that was a wise decision or not. It looks like it is going to follow through. Yeah, absolutely looks like it's going to follow through. So this is another great pick, all found using Tony's strategy, and just beautiful, beautiful. SLGL looks like it gave out at this point. Take your partial, you know, sell it for a loss. It's unfortunate, but let's see if we can get a little pop here. No, no, no. I'm out of that stock completely. That's a son of a gun. Huh. See, I did a little better in my cash account than in this account because I got completely out because I knew I wanted to be able to focus here. Um, but yeah, that's why we took a partial up at 19. All right, let's keep an eye on both of these. Oh, Chinese New Year. Oh yeah, what is it New Year's Eve? Well, happy New Year's Eve, everybody. I hope I made you some money. See, what I'm gonna do here, now that we know that 234 or 240, it's still 240 in my mind, is the entry into the channel, and we're at that level and we're stalling, I'm gonna get out completely. I'm gonna sell here. Send. Okay? Now I am completely out of this stock, and I will only get back in if it enters the channel. If it goes into 240. That's it. Bing, bang, bong. wonder if I should get back in this one. I still have orders down at like 16, and if it goes down to 16.30, I'll take it. But huh, taking a partial, always grab money while you can. Base hits. That's what made this one. This could have been an easy killer for some people, but it was a great, not a great winner, but it was a winner for us because, and I went in conservatively. Now we're going to just focus on fuel cell. We're going to keep an eye on SLGL. Um, Great plays today on FCell and whoa, that's a long link. I'm gonna give Tony Hedges a call if he's available. You will be able to hear him on YouTube. I think you'll only be able to hear him on YouTube unless, because only YouTube does the picks up my computer's audio. So what I'm gonna do is call Tony right now, and then put the speaker on. Yeah, and then put him on speaker, and then yeah, that'll work. If nah, that'll be sloppy, right? You know what? Let's give him a call. Let me just warn him that he's gonna be live. See, Tony just sent me a text that something about fuel cell and its range. He said he's staying in fuel cell all day. He thinks it'll go into that range that we just previously talked about. What happened to my phone? My battery died? How did my battery die? $0.91 profit off of what? Off of SLGL? YouTube. Anybody get in on fuel cell or SLGL? I guess I got to prove myself first, and then second time you'll trust me. But this is all using Tony's charting. It's Tony's formula. I'm still using my strategy. I'm just using his formula to find stocks, look at them, figure out where they are, where they can go through the price channels. Um, and this is only the beginning. Like, this is the tippity tippity tip. This is why we call this the pre-course. This is just the beginning. Okay, yeah, you get it. You see some price channels, whatever. No, no, no. Tony will be able to tell you on a certain stock, its range, what it should go, how long it'll take, like everything. You'll have all that info. Um, so this is the beginning, just the tippity tip of the iceberg. And using just the tip of the iceberg, we were able to, suss out two nice winners this morning. Good entries. Here we go. Check this one out. So I knew to keep an eye on this guy. I knew to keep an eye on this one. Intraday highs are 40.70. That could be a good entry, but it's still below the VWAP and it's below that 200-day moving average. I don't know. I'm keeping a close eye on this one though. But anyway, what was I just saying? Yeah, if you want to take the course, you could text the number below. It's probably better you call it. You can also, because the way it's going to be is there's a lot of in the free chat room that I provided. If you don't understand when he's talking about, you know, the channel or X or Y or Z or whatever he's talking about, if you don't understand it, you could have losses on trades. Like SLGL was a great trade. It went up to 1980. I said, now take a partial, three-quarters of your shares, and then it dumped. But either way, even with the dump, we're still profitable because we sold three-quarters of our shares up here at the tippy top. And that'll be stuff you'll be able to calculate on your own. Like if you were to rewatch this whole how we traded this, you would see that there was structure to what I was doing. It wasn't like guesswork. There's no guesswork ever. We always know what we're doing, and we're doing it for a reason. It's guesswork is obsolete. Okay, so here's a fuel cell again, getting ready to burst. 240 to me would mean that this is going to make a significant move. It'll probably go to 280, maybe 260. Tony said it could go to 3. Again, I'm not showing you every single chart because, that's what the course is there for. And the course, yeah, you can get in the course for as cheap as 375. It's a 5-day course. If you want to get in the course, it's 375. You could take it with 8 people. If you want to take the course just one-on-one with Tony, you could do that as well. And you get mentorship for life. That's um, like 3,000 or 3,500, I forget. And or you could take it in a pack of 4. You let us know your budget, and we work it out with you, and we get you in a course. Then once you understand everything, you come in every morning to the chat room, to the live stream. Tony will be streaming as well. He's now set up to do that, and so he'll be streaming from his computer from TradeStation. That's why I think I'm gonna switch to a different trader. For now, I'll keep it at Thinkorswim because a lot of people use it, like for teaching. But I might personally trade on Lightspeed. I like Lightspeed, and even though you have to pay for commissions there, I think the fast execution, the fast speeds is just worth it. And look at these numbers, man, on the bid and the ask. This is about to rocket. Yeah. Um, and that's the whole point. Is really when you're in his chat room, is we want you to have taken the course. That way, you fully can handle situations on your own. Now look at this bad boy right here. I think 470 would be a great entry on this one. Actually, $5. There's this resistance. You could see it in the pre-market. So if you wanted to do, and that would be over. Yeah, you could do a 470 or a 5 entry. This one might really take off. I just have that like instinct that it's gonna take off. When you see the volume go down like that, now it's starting to pick up. Heavy on the bids. Yeah, fundamentally, technically, actually, this one should take back off. All right, here we go. Here's fuel cell. So that's the point. We want you to take the course, and You don't have to. You can just come in the chat room. It's free right now to be in the chat room. And you'll get his picks every morning. You know, you'll get access to the live stream. It's all free. And obviously, for this to continue, Tony was Tony technically still works at a firm in Manhattan, um, but he's getting out. He's pulling his money out, and he's out, and he's gone, whatever. And or his, you know, he's taking what they owe him, so to speak. He's getting out, so he has time now to do this. He's kind of like at that retirement stage at 35, and once you can make money online trading, it's golden. So he's seen, we have similar interests, and I had a little group going on, and he's like, "Oh, I'll get into that. That seems cool." And really, in the beginning, he was doing it, pro bono and not expecting anything, and we're still doing it that way. He likes to share his picks and things of that nature. Yeah, I think this over 470 is a great buy if it can break 470, 475. But really, 5 is the major resistance. So then you're going to have that battle again, all at 5. I would only buy this if this went over 5. And I know that's like 40 cents away. On a $4 stock, that's 10%. So it, it's so overextended in the graphs that it doesn't tell me what to do. Not at this level. Um, SV. All right. SV. All right. So that's where we came up with the courses. They're designed to teach you how to trade with confidence, trade profitably. See, like right now, this is overextended. I have no inkling. Yes, even here, you can see it's got some support on the 200-day moving average. There's nothing telling me to buy this. It's not on any advanced list, which, by the way, I've only, like I said, showed you a tip of the iceberg of the advanced list we got. We got the artificial intelligence, which is amazing, which you don't have to sign up for. I just literally showed you a way to do it completely for free. That's why we're using like different charts and different scan. I mean, we didn't have to do it that way, but we did it because I wanted to show you everything how you could do it for free. But the one place you shouldn't be stingy is when you get into this business and you want to do it is find a mentor. Find somebody you can actually call, not a group that says, "Yeah, I'll be your mentor." You talk to the guy once and then that's it. Find a mentor. Once you take the course, you're considered Tony's mentee as long as you take it in a 3 or less volume group. So that means 3 or less people in the group, then you're his mentee. If you take it in a mass in like a larger scale group, like 8, um, then it's not like a lifetime mentee situation. It's more of like a, you know, after course, 1 month, 1 year. You know, he's not gonna turn you down. Let's put it that way. But here's a link for the course somewhere. Just give me a second here. Fuel cell still hanging out there, huh? ONCY. This one came out of nowhere. What's the volume? 3.1 million in volume. 33 million. Which one is that? INPX. Oh, this is a penny stock. Well, ONCY. Let's check that out. Yeah, here we go. We're getting ready to break 5 on SVRA. I'll take that. I'll take that trade if we break 5. Wait a minute. Now this is more of a gamble play than anything. Um, yeah, I'm gonna put a stop buy order. Okay. think 506 is a smart entry, just in case it does a fake out. Now, sometimes a stock will fake you out and then come back in. Okay, fuel cell broke 240. Why didn't my order fill? We need to figure that out. All right, let's just put buy there. Oh, what am I doing here? Yeah, 506. I'm trying to get that 506 so bad. All right, there we go. Got my stop order in 506. Might buy this one on the pullback. There we go. Fuel cell. What did I say, guys? What did I say? We found the channel in the pre-market, okay? And it hit it and failed. So if you have, actually, I wouldn't say sell just yet. Let's give it another chance to break. But see how it hit 240, was not able to get into the channel. My order did not fill. Why? Because my order is at 241. So if this hits 240 and starts going down, I'm not affected because I only want it if it goes in the channel, which we pre-identified using those charts. There we go. All right, it broke in. It looked like it broke in, but it still says 240. Filled my order. It didn't actually go in though. I think I don't know why it did that. All right, let's look at SVRA and fuel cell. It got me in. It's still. I don't understand that. If the high is 240, how it filled my order at 241. It may be because I'm using the sim, but I'm not gonna get stuck in some crap. See, now it's affecting me. I will put another order up at 242. There you go. All right. It looks like we just hit 498. Maybe we probably hit 5. See, that's that crap. That's that thing with Thinkorswim that I don't like. It does shady stuff like that. I mean, maybe it came up on the level 2 or something, but why, and the chart, it was just too quick for the chart to adjust, but that's not how it should be. If this stock hit 241 on the level 2, it should show that. And the price, market price was 241 because that's what you get filled at on the stop is the market price. So it could break through 240 if you have a stop order there and shoot. A stop order can get it like this one. We had our stop order at 1808, something like that, or 1805. And yeah, this is going to break 5 and roar SVRA. The course link, or yeah, I could share the course link, Bob. That is, here we go. We're about to break out here. And we're about to break out here. I could okay. We broke 241 again. There we go. Now it's taking off. Now remember, if I remember correctly, this could go all the way to 5. But I don't see that happening. I see a lot of selling going on here. big block order. Um, yes, let me see the course link. Where do I have that? Um, I don't know where I put that. See? Uh, SVRA hit 5 and failed. So, I don't know. It's going to retest, I believe. It's going to retest. Let me get the link for the course enrollment. I need to fix it though. Oh, yeah. 245. All right, we're moving. 250 is psychological resistance. There's probably a lot of sell orders there. Hopefully, we can break that. Tony said he's holding fuel cell all day. He said all day. So, you know what? I mean, this is a sim. It doesn't hurt. But if I were trading with my real money, I'd be looking for an exit. And this can technically go to 5. So I'm just going to identify my exit by the action in the chart. Um, I'm already profitable on it. Uh, so as long as it continues to go up. A stock like this, though, it probably is a smart idea to have a stop loss in. You can keep it very, very far away, like at 225 or something like that, just because there is always the potential for the pump and dump that this stock will collapse, right? So you always want to get out, take profit, take partials. We're at 250. This is a crucial point. Huge psychological resistance 250. So there's probably a ton of sell orders. I'm setting up, there's a New Year's sale if you want to join the New Year's sale. Um, runs over the weekend until Monday. I'm just setting up that sale. You can get you can get the 3 students, the bronze course for only 750. That's a really good deal. That's an amazing deal. Okay, so we hit 250, it pivoted off. Come on, break 250. But this is an area. This is always this conflicting area because 250 may be the top. I doubt it with this one. I really, really doubt it. I think we'll break 250. But if it's not, then the only thing that can happen is it can go down. So you get this conflicting thing in your head. Should I sell here? Is it going to break here? And then next thing you know, boop, it dumps on you. And you're like, oh my God, I lost everything. So in a situation like this, if you're up some, it's not a bad idea to take a partial. You'll be kicking yourself later because you're like, oh man, it broke 50 and went right to 60, and I took a partial, and you'll probably hate yourself, but not as much as you'll hate yourself if you have a losing day. There you go. We're at 250, and it should break here. Oh my God. Lot of sell orders at 250. Yeah, absolutely. Look at this. 2,348. This is only a 5 million float stock, I think, or I might be mixing up my stocks. But we're at 250. Auto send 1500 tab. Taking my partial at 250. Okay, too much selling going on there, and I'll probably kick myself later because now I only have 500 shares, and it's probably still going to break through 250. But that was a heavy sell, heavy selling going on in that stock. All right, let me push these things out. Please ignore the description of the group. I wrote it in a rush, and it sounds a little juvenile, like it was written by a 10-year-old. I will fix that. And ignore the dates. Don't worry about the dates. Up, see, we broke 50. Now we should soar to the moon. And I took my partial. I did the safe thing, and might have not have been a bad idea because we'll see. But for now, I have 500 shares. I just let it ride. This was not able to break. Forget it. Forget it. Forget it. And that's it. Very simple. Very easy trading. Not high stress. Um, the only thing that was high stress is when I was in here and I couldn't get out. And oh, it looks like it popped again. Yeah, look at that. It's back up to 18. Wow, wasn't watching the chart properly. All right, that's what I'm talking about. This could go to 21. Don't forget. And I did suggest getting back in this one as well at 18 if it went to 18 again. I just didn't do it. All right, let's see. Start time. Well, there we go. Look at FCell keep going. Imagine how mad you are if you got in this stock and then got stopped out at $1.96 and didn't get back in. See, when I got out at $1.96, I knew I should have put my stop a little lower, like at 189. I knew it. I didn't do it. Always listen to what you know you should do, and you'll be okay. But I got right back in it, and amazing, amazing, amazing stock. Tony says he's staying in all day with this one. Sorry, I'm getting a little quiet here. Diamond. What's the market doing? Changing. Now it's going down. Now it's going down. I guarantee you the SPY probably going down. Yep. The only thing consistent in the market is change. Why does Google want to know my location? All I did was search a diamond to put a diamond in the picture. The heck, man. I just want to make sure the discounts kicked in. Okay, discount. Some of the discounts didn't kick in. Seen it on the bronze. Fixed price until 12. Collect. Okay, sorry about that. Here is the sign up. You can sign up this way. As a matter of fact, I suggest you do. Um, all right, so this is a link for so that you can sign up for the course. I just put major discounts on all the courses. The cheapest, I'm actually a little cheaper than I'm allowed to go, but don't worry. It's important that people take the course so that when they come in, they like understand what the hell they're doing. So let me share that the thing here. Now, let's see. Did that come up? There you go. Yeah, it came up. All right. It came up in the comments, and I can always edit the description, right? Of course I can. But great day. I'm really tempted to go on Trade Ideas and look at Alpha Predator and see what's about to take off. But I want to show the free way of making money doing this, and I think that was done efficiently. And let me share this with you as well. Sign up. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. If you want to get around paying that fee, I think they have a sign up fee, that website. Uh, you can contact me, and we're no longer dealing with PayPal. We don't do PayPal anymore. You do Google Pay, we could do Cash App, Venmo, any of those. So you let me know. Forget PayPal. They're trying to corner the market, that company. This doesn't make any sense. Right now, I'm trying to find. Um, I just cashed a nice little checky here, pretty big check, and with TD Ameritrade. And when you do that, it takes a day. No, it takes 4 days for a check to clear through TD Ameritrade, from my understanding. However, my buying power already has the check involved, so I'm looking for a nice stock to swing with that money that's not fully cleared. Like they're letting you trade with it, but it's not really cleared. I'll do that for 4 days until it does clear, and then I'll sell. So, looking for swing trades right now. Anybody got any thing off the top of their dome that they're in? Looks like the market's looking like it's ready to come down, but I'm not gonna buck that trend. Damn, we're going back down to 653, huh? I'm gonna let that roll. I'm pretty sure that's it. That F cell is done for the day. I I I could be wrong on that. Don't forget the range. The range is very high on this. Could go all the way to $5. Uh, I, yeah, there's really nothing else worth doing. We picked two great stocks today. SLGL, beautiful stocks. Even if you got caught in and you didn't take a partial at 19 when I said to take a partial and it dropped you out, you would have still been back at 1850, 1860 here, or back at 18 now. So it was a great stock, great entry. Entry is key. FCell, yeah, I would personally, me, if this is my real money, I would get out of FCell. You know, and that's it. I wouldn't get in this unless it goes above 5, which it didn't. It went to 5, so why I always put my order just above what I'm targeting. So I had my order at 506. Spies going down. Who was in the pre-course this morning? Oh my God. She just said this chopped up powder. I was like, huh? Well, anybody have any swings? Good swings? Suggestions? We could plug it in the charts. Any stocks you want me to plug into the charts? Anything. Anything at all. We made our money today. Bing, bing. I didn't make anything on Fuel Cell. We traded it on the simulator, but I made money on SLGL, both on the simulator and in real life. Thank you, Brandon. I do appreciate that. Brandon, by the way, is admin. We're gonna set that up. Set that up. All right. Looks like that link now works, right? The discounts are all on. So you got some great deals here. Please ignore my juvenile. Like I said, I read this and I was like, wow. I wrote it in a hurry because I was just trying to make the checkout system. I didn't really care too much about the description, but obviously the description is important. So I want to put one that's important. So please, you don't have to read that, but basically says, Tony was a hedge fund guy, and he has a solution or formula rather, and blah 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 blah. But it could have been better written. I will take if anybody can rewrite that for me. If anybody could rewrite that for me and make it like nice. I don't know, not something. But the most important thing is the course. The dates are all there. They're out in January. Um, so you have the bronze. That's 3 students. That's normally $1,000. Right now it's 750. You have the silver. That's 2 students. It's normally 1,250. Right now it's 899. And then you have the gold, which is one person, one-on-one with Tony. That's like the best one you can have. It doesn't matter. In all 3 courses, you will be personal mentees of his. Like he'll call you every now and again. You can call him if you have to, so on and so forth. Like he'll be your mentor, like he was a mentor to me. You'll figure this out. You can trade confidently, so on and so forth. And now we have something called the Diamond Course. Now, by the way, all these webinars, you have the option to fly into New York. You can come in. We have a hotel you could stay at, get you, a discount on Hampton, the Hilton. You stay there. Um, People have done it. Usually on a one-on-one course, they do it. Sometimes it's difficult with some people on webinars, and then one person like in person. That might be difficult, but regardless, it can be accommodated. And flying in is always better because you get more time, hands on. We go to dinner together every night, and it's better. But or if you're in the New York metropolitan area, tri-state area, you can drive in. Um, But anyway, the Diamond course is same benefits as the other 3 courses. It's just a bigger course. It's 8 people, so we can make it a little cheaper because there's more people, and the price is now discounted at 375. So normally 500, and just for the holiday until the 5th, it's going to be 375. You can sign up here. There is a little sign up fee. I know that. Um, there is a little sign up fee, but all these courses, by the way, are 5 days. So you'll have 2 days of like school training, like where you're on the computer and he's teaching you what to do. And then it's 3 days of live trading. So, instructional, you could questions, all sorts of stuff. You trade the strategy live together, kind of how I just did it, but it would be more personal with the students. So it's 5 days, and but the most important day, like if you can't make all 5 days, you want to make the first 2, and they're most likely going to be Saturday, Sunday in the evening, or maybe Friday, Saturday in the evening. We know a lot of people got work, other jobs, blah blah blah. We get that, and schedules always shifted and accommodated for everybody. I know when you do try to sign up, uh, there's a fee. There's a 5% service fee. So 5%. So $18 plus 15 cents. 18. So 19.25 you'd pay. If you want to get around that, we again Cash App. We take Venmo. We take Google Pay. We take doesn't matter. This is probably going to continue to keep going too all day. But the market's going down, so the fact that this is producing strength in a market like this, it might be a good TVIX day. I don't know. This used to be my favorite stock to trade. TVIX, UVXY. Ooh, wow. They did a reverse split, huh? They had no choice. UVXY is probably in the 20s still, huh? 13. Wow. This thing is going to double. I think we're going to see a market correction right after the new year. You know, as ironic as that sounds, if you think about it, people want to sell after the new year. That way they don't have to pay taxes on that money. So I'm thinking it's due a correction. You're supposed to have a correction every 8 to 10 years. We're well past that. Um, it's a election. The market always drops during an election. But that's going to be my jam. That's going to be my moneymaker for this year. Is there's going to be some kind of market collapse, and I'm waiting for that. But that's all fundamental and speculative, and anything can really happen. What we did this morning was beautiful. We looked up charts. We found their entries. We traded profitably. Doesn't get any better than that. And look at this one, still going. SLGL, great stock. But other than that, my throat is dry, and I got a coffee here from Dunkin' Donuts. And I have not drank it yet. I have not drank it yet. But I wanted to see if anybody had any stocks good for a swing they think that I can look up. All right, guys. I think that's pretty much it for the day. I mean, if you break it down, this was at 9:45. Half hour day. Half hour day. That's it. I mean, I didn't exactly hit the ball out of the park, but I didn't take a huge size either. Um, P&L. I gotta get rid of this one. It just goes down every day. Frickin' Roku. Oh, it's up today, but it's still down. Oh my god. Whatever. Today I'm up like 300 if you don't count Roku, and that's in what? Not much time. And I didn't take much shares either. I didn't go all in. I had a ton more buying power that I didn't use, which is smart because you want to hold on to that anyway in case you have to average down or if you see something else. But other than that, I'm done for the day. I don't know. Good, Mark. I'm glad you thought that was a great explanation. I appreciate that. Yeah, it was a good explanation, and it's just the tip of the iceberg. That's what I need. That's what I want you to understand is that this is the tip of the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more to it, so much more delved into it. Like even SLGL was above. It was basically above all our price channels, but it was on an advanced list, and it gave certain signals, and it showed that it was had a lot of resistance at 18. So we knew 18. Second it breaks that, it's going to take off. Boom. It breaks 18, shoots all the way to 20 in about 4 minutes. Beautiful trade. All seen beforehand. Like all this stuff was seen beforehand. I was never nervous. I was never just nice and clean. But there's so much other stuff. I have charts up here that I can't show you. I was told not to show in that monitor. Um, that would kind of give you a little more of an explanation why I was so confident in SLGL. But that's for the course. That's what you pay for. These are drawn up charts. And you get all that for free, by the way, when you join. Well, you're paying for the course, but it comes with the course. You get charts that are the algorithms are already pre put in. and a scanner. Very good scanner. But other than that, thank you guys for joining me today. I think I'll do a daily recap, and I don't know, it's gonna be hard for me to do a daily recap because I think I'll do it from my account and not this account because I don't even know what this account looks like. To be honest with you, it's a mess. Yeah, it's a major mess. It's up a lot, but it's a mess. Um, all right, guys. Luke from Breakout Trading here, repping Tony. Next time, tomorrow, Tony will be with us. He'll be with us in the group, and it's always fun having Tony. It's hard to talk for 2 hours straight. Haven't done it in a minute, you know, but there's a lot of stuff that I can. Oh my God, there's so much stuff that I could teach. There's so much stuff in the last year. Um, but the main thing is, I think I gave a good representation of Tony's strategy. So we got that down. Yeah. Okay, good. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you. Here goes Roku. Good. Good. I was a little worried it was gonna do that the other way, but it's got that bear flag, that bull flag thing going on. So maybe it'll rally. All right, guys. Luke from Breakout Trading. I'll see you next time. Tomorrow. No. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. And the market's closed tomorrow. I will see you on